Afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for coming through here on Friday afternoon. This is our last short week. I don't know how we're going to survive it. From next week, we're going to have a 5-day week for the first time in a month. I don't know how I'm going to make it. I don't know how I'm going to make it to Friday next week. But thank you for coming through today. Guys, you are sitting in the offices of DuePoint. We are a division of Constantia Insurance Company Limited. We're both a listed and licensed insurance company. Oh, look at us. We're fiddling from last night. Were you guys here for last night's presentation? It was a good one, wasn't it? See, Rob, the tall guy, is actually only my height. You see there? It's my height there. It's great. Guys, we are a listed and licensed life insurance and short-term insurance company. Take some time afterwards. Go and look next to the door. All of our certificates and licenses are all there. We want you to be comfortable. We registered the first time in 1952. So you're dealing with a company that's nearly 70 years old, not some kind of startup. We are, of course, an authorized and registered financial services provider. There's our FSP number. Go look us up on the FSB's website. Be comfortable with who you're dealing with here today. And then, of course, I want you to be comfortable with the team. The team is local, South African, right here. So if ever you need anything, we are right here. You don't have to try and find us somewhere else. We're always right here for you. And that's probably the most important thing about our team. This is me, Brendan Benfield. I'm the senior executive here. I founded the division and the team that's here. Spent nearly 20 years in this space right now. Kind of know what I'm doing. Chartered accountant, been around, like numbers, like insurance. You can come and ask me any questions you have about this industry. I can help you with that. And then we got Tim. Tim's our banking specialist. He comes out of the banking industry. Spent 15 years with the First Rand Group. That's F&B and R&B. We've got our auditor specialist here, Stacey. She comes from Deloitte. Work both locally and internationally with them. So she brings high technical skills into the team. We've got Jane over here. You would have met her at the reception here. She's worked for nearly 20 years in the direct selling space and brings a lot of that experience to the team with us. Then we've got Rob. Rob's our design guy. He spent about 16 years running his own digital design firm, working in the financial services space. So he too specializes in that side. So you can see we've brought people in from all aspects of the business that we're going to talk about today, and we're all here available for you. So what is it that we do at DuePoint? Well, very simple. It's just two things. The first one, our primary objective, is to put in the hands of South Africans reliable, recurring, lifetime income that they're in control of. It's a big statement, but it is exactly what we have spent all of our money and time trying to achieve here. If we can put in your hands a tool that allows you to create reliable, recurring income, we can start addressing some of the problems that we have in South Africa. And we know this. We have a lot of problems in South Africa. Boy, oh boy, do we not go to the Olympics of problems in countries. I mean, that's what we do here, Sherbet. And none of us are left in a position of control. As us, the people on the ground, we are battered from pillar to post. It's like we're in an economy of chaos. Every morning you wake up, something else has happened that knocks you around. Your employment is not secure anymore. We don't live in an environment with secure employment. If you're running your own business, oh my word, you know how much risk you've taken in this environment. We want to change that. We want to put you back in a position where you can be confident about the income that you are creating, where you can be in control of it. If we do that, our hope is that we can start addressing the symptomatic problems, the systematic problems of our economy, one of which being debt, of course. I don't have to sing that song. We all know about it. We're all over-indebted, and we want to get on top of that. If we can create income in your hands, you can start getting on top of your debt. We want to unplug you from the system of debt that's in South Africa. We want to change the statistics. 60% of people are behind on their repayments. The average person has 289,000 rands worth of debt in South Africa. Are you kidding me? 289,000. How do we start to pay that off? Our hope is that through our system we can start addressing this. We also want to address your future. As we head towards retirement, all of us are going to have to retire at some time. We want to be in a position where you do not need to put the burden of financial drain on your children, as we have for generation after generation in South Africa. We want you to be able to still earn in your retirement even when you can't work anymore, so that we can start changing that financial burden for you and your children, and perhaps put you in a position where you can uplift your children rather than put them down. That's what we're wanting to do with the DuePoint system. That's our primary objective. Our secondary objective here at DuePoint is we're bringing ourselves into the 21st century. We're adapting with our consumers. All of us have changed the way we consume. We're online, we're directly in contact with our suppliers, and we're directly involved in the purchase process. That's what we want. And with those two objectives in place, we have what we call the DuePoint system. The DuePoint system's very simple. What it does is it allows you as an individual to contract with us as what we call a wealth engineer. A wealth engineer has one task, just one task, and that is to connect us to everybody that you know. That's all we want you to do. We want to be connected to the people that are in your life. If you do that for us, and you do that on a continuous basis for us, you start to penetrate the market of South Africa for us. You start to create channels of distribution into which we can, as DuePoint, come and facilitate the purchase of products. Where we do that, we create revenue for ourselves. And while we create revenue for ourselves, we start to create an extra income for you. And like I said, it is on a recurring basis. Why is it on a recurring basis? Because as a DuePoint wealth engineer, you do not peddle goods. There's no milkshakes or energy drinks or pills or cleaning agents or creams from plants. I'm not allowed to say any of the words, none of these things you have to buy and then sell. There's none of these things that have to. At DuePoint, we work on a financial services and lifestyle product basis. All of these are products you have for life. All of them run on a computerized debit order system, which means that every month the work is done for you. The debit order is raised, and as long as that debit order is successful, your extra income is earned. And we call it an extra income because we don't expect any of you to quit your jobs. This is an income that must go on top of what you are earning right now. It must start bridging the gap between what you currently got and what you need to cover your expenditure, to get rid of your debt, to start building for the future. And our hope is to start aspiring again. We want South Africans to start aspiring. We've been crushed for so long, every one of us in this country, by the history and culture and politics of our country. And we don't aspire anymore for things greater than where we are right now. We want you to do that, and we hope that this extra income that occurs on a monthly basis equips you and empowers you to do that. The second thing that our system has is the ability for you to become greater than you are. By allowing you to work with channels of individuals, teams of individuals, you're able to expand on your own abilities, your own energy, your own time, your own motivations to have an entire team working on building your income for you. This is a power you've never had before. In your employment right now, you know you're the one doing the work. If you stop doing the work, the competitors, which are your other employees around you, are going to overtake and take those few positions that are available for you. In this system, in our system, everyone works together for your success. It's an absolutely incredibly liberating system. Guys, you are not employees of ours. While I say you contract with us, it is not an employment contract. You have the ability to choose when and how much you use the DuePoint system. It's a tool. We put the tool in your hands, and you will decide how much of your spare time, free time, extra time you want to spend on building your channel at DuePoint. It's up to you. You are completely independent of us. Folks, there's no risk this morning in becoming a wealth engineer. None at all. One of the things that we know in South Africa is that all of these funny things pop up and down all the time on the internet, Facebook, all around us, and we lose money on all of them. We're always having to pay to get in. We're always having to pay more to stay in, and we ultimately all end up losing. At DuePoint, there is no starter kit or startup cost. There is no business fee or monthly fee. There is no application fee that you have to pay. By simply being a DuePoint product owner, at no additional fee, you get to be, as part of the package, a wealth engineer every month with DuePoint. So there is no risk for you here today. And folks, you are not brokers of ours. You're not agents of ours. You're not marketers of ours, representatives of ours. You are not financial advisors of ours. You actually play no part in the DuePoint function at all. Your task is just to connect us. And as a result, it is for every single South African. Every single South African. You are building an asset. Now, this is something you also haven't done your whole lives. Otherwise, you'd have it right now. As an employee, you know you build nothing. The moment you stop, it's gone. Your income is gone. Your career is gone the moment you stop working. Well, what we've done is as you create your channels and they create recurring income, you now have something you can price. And when you can price it, you can sell it. You can transfer it, and it's going to outlive you. You will hand it over to your children when you pass away one day. And they will earn income instead of have the debt that you would right now be handing over to them. You'll have income that you hand over to them with this business. So it is a real asset of real value. And of course, as I've said to you folks, you pay no part in pay no part at all in the sales transaction. That's the task of DuePoint. DuePoint does all the selling. And this is a big mindset shift for most of you. Any of you who have been involved in direct selling before will know you've got to learn about the products. You've got to learn how to be a presenter. Sometimes you've got to get qualified to do it. And then you go out and you sell product. Well, at DuePoint. DuePoint does all of that. You do none of that at DuePoint. Your task is simply to connect us. All right, so people ask me the question then, but then how do I grow my channel? What do I tell people about DuePoint? What's the message I've got to give them? Here's the message you have to give them. The message is, DuePoint is offering an opportunity to create recurring, reliable, lifetime income. That's it. You'll see there was no mention of any of our products in there. Come along, spend 60 minutes with us. That's it. That is all you have to tell people. And as you do, as you discuss with people how you're taking control of your financial future, as you're equipping yourselves to start changing your future, some of the people are going to catch the vision. They'll have sat in a presentation like this, and they're going to want to become wealth engineers as well. You'll add them as wealth engineers to DuePoint, and we will allocate them to you, and your channel is born. They will then go out and do exactly the same thing. Tell people about the opportunity, put them through DuePoint's presentations, and add wealth engineers to your channel. And over time, who knows the length and breadth your channel will take across the South African economy. And then we come along, DuePoint comes along, and we facilitate the purchase of our products throughout this channel that you've created for us, and your income is born. Now, what's very important to note is that this is not a get-rich-quick scheme. It's not a get-rich-quick scheme in any way, shape, or form. It doesn't take a shape. It doesn't have funny British surnames to it. It's none of these things, okay? This is the real deal. We have 8 regulators that look after this business. 8 regulators. We can't do anything funny in this business. This is the real deal. But like your genuine full-time employment, like starting a genuine business, in order for you to completely change your life with the DuePoint system, you're going to have to commit time to it. That will be your sacrifice. Not money. Time will be your sacrifice at DuePoint. And as you put time and thought and energy and effort in, and as you remain persistent and determined, remember you're dealing with people, and people are very disappointing creatures. You have to be incredibly persistent and determined to win out in the end. If you can do that, you can change your life with the DuePoint system. There's 2 ways that you earn with us. The first is through our returns program. Our returns program pays you R27.50 every time somebody in your channel successfully pays their product via debit order, multiplied by a factor of where in your channel that payment was made. So for instance, you run out and you add a handful of wealth engineers to your channel, okay? They are on your first point. You introduce them, so we call that your first point. We raise debit orders on their products and they successfully pay. You get R27.50 multiplied by 200%. That's double. You get R55. Not R1.50 or R5.50 or R12.30 and all that nonsense we've heard out there. That's 19th century stuff. This is 21st century. You can't buy nothing for R5. You can't buy nothing for R12. R55. That's how we start changing the economics in your household. These people go out, they add a few wealth engineers, they successfully raise debit orders against their products, and you get R27.50 times 200%, R55 every month for every successful debit order payment. Every month. Now, there's only a handful of dots on the screen there. Add it up. It's about R965, I think is what I got to when I added it up. Okay, my maths is poor. I'm a chartered accountant. I apologize. Okay, just under R1,000. Just under R1,000 a month, and you've hardly got started. Now, that's not changing your life, but it's helping. It's helping. It's just started. Now, your channel will carry on growing, and as it continues to grow, you now earn on a diminishing basis, but only to the 8th point. There is no limit to how big your channel can get with DuePoint. From the 8th point on, where you qualify to earn, you will always receive 4% of R27.50. So you might grow your channel to 20 or 25 points big. If you qualify to earn, you'll get 4% of R27.50 on the 25th point for product payments that are successful. If you hand it over to your children and they, for an entire generation, grow the channel to 100 points, and someone pays on the 89th point and they qualify to earn, they'll get 4% of R27.50. We do not limit your potential here. This is how you will create legacy in your life. So practically speaking, what does that translate into? How much can I earn every month? Now, that's a difficult question because every single one of you is going to grow your channel in a different way and at a different speed. So we looked at a lot of data and we came up with averages, and we said, how can we be reasonable and conservative for you? How can we just give you a conservative, reasonable target to go for? And this is where we came up with our 3+2 growth formula. 3+2 says in your first month with us, you have to put 3 people on your first point. On your first point, you did it, 3 people. Now, that's in an entire month. This is not a big ask to find 3 people in an entire month. Then, every month thereafter, you've got to put 2 people on your first point. on your first point, you've got to introduce them, okay? This is where the persistency, this is where the determination comes. You've got to do this every single month. If you can put one person in every 2 weeks, it's not a big ask. Over time, this is what we believe you can reasonably expect to earn. You've got to be working with your teams. They must try and do the same thing, but we've applied our maths. We've said people are going to lapse and cancel. Many people are not going to do 3 plus 2. We've put that all into the maths. And we say if you can be consistent with that for 6 months, you can reasonably expect to earning about 2,500 Rand a month. Now, that's not, again, changing many lives. For some it is, but for others it's not. But it is 30,000 Rand a year. 30,000 Rand a year you have created in addition into your household within 6 months of working with us. If you can do it for another 6 months, if you can do a year with us, 3 plus 2, we reckon you'll be on about 9,000 to 10,000 Rand a month. 9,000 to 10,000 Rand a month is 120,000 Rand a year. Really doesn't matter how much you're earning right now. I think an extra 10 grand a month, you'd feel it. You'd certainly be able to start getting rid of a few of the problems in your life with that extra amount. But it's a year. And this is where people lose focus. As we do this, it's like 6 and 12. It only takes me 5 seconds to do it. But it's 12 months of committed determination. This is the difference between the get-rich-quick schemes and the genuine real deal. You've got to put your head down and focus on this for 12 months. If you can do that, this time next year, 5th of May, 2018, you could be earning 10,000 Rand more a month. That's up to you. That'll be your decision. Now, if you can persist beyond that, because I think when you are earning 10,000 Rand, to carry on is pretty easy. Okay? You get quite motivated at that point in time. If you can push through to 2 years with us, we reckon after 24 months, you'll be on about 27 to 30,000 Rand. And we think this is quite conservative. You might think that I'm going to start throwing marketing numbers out. I'm not. We believe that this is quite conservative. 2 years of committed effort, and you can expect to reasonably be earning around about 30,000 Rand a month. 360,000 Rand a year, you've changed the income in your household for. If you can do 3 years with us, we reckon it'll be about 45 to 50,000 Rand a month. That's 600,000 Rand a year. 4 years with us, it's about 60 to 65,000 Rand a month. Okay? I can already see your faces like, whoa, this is great. These are not marketing numbers. We believe these are quite reasonable. I'm going to show you now with real life examples. We've done this as what we felt is a conservative estimate. But it's a conservative estimate for those that do the work. Okay? You do not do the work, and 4 years down, you'll be earning nothing. There's no guaranteed on the income. All of you will choose how much time you can put in. You'll find with our system that there are no bottlenecks, no speed bumps, no roadblocks, no difficulties. Our system is incredible in helping you through and building your channels. The only problem will be you. You will be the person who will decide how successful you are. If you can stick with us for 5 years, half a decade, okay? Not 5 months, not 5 weeks, 5 years. If you can do that, we reckon you'll be on about 80 to 100,000 Rand a month. We think quite reasonably you'll be on that. Now that's R1 million a year. You're now in the top 0.5% of earners in the country. And you've done it in half a decade. Got to ask yourself the question, how many years have you committed to your employment? 5 years? People often say to me, Brendan, I don't have time for this. I go, really? How much time do you have for your dead-end job? 40 hours a week, 60 hours, 80? Is it seeing you to your dreams? Is it covering your debt? Is it even putting food on the table? This is a very important question you've got to ask yourself, because you are willing to sacrifice thousands of hours for your job. Now, we're saying don't quit your job, stick to it. But add a couple hours to your week, be committed, and over a half a decade, we could change everything about your future. That's what we're saying here. So let's look at it in real life context. There are thousands of individuals earning at DuePoint, all of them in a different range, but I picked a handful for you. This happens to be quite a big month because we've got a couple of superstars we wanted to recognize. But on our YouTube channel, you'll find all the other guys. Some earning a little bit, some medium, some lots. You don't have to take these as the only 3. There's hundreds of examples you can find on our YouTube channel and in our building. So here's our first example. We've got a guy, Mavumazeka, lives here in Alberton, Joburg. Joined us on my birthday. So if ever you want to bring presents or anything, that's the day to bring them, okay, for me, 2nd November. 6 months. He's been with us for 6 months. After 3, he was on 5,300 Rand a month. Now remember, I said 6 months, you can reasonably expect to be earning about 2,500 Rand a month. Okay? 3 months, 5,000 Rand. 3 months, 5,000 Rand. Remember, I said you're all going to grow at a different rate. He's committed. 5,000 Rand. 4 months, 6. 5 months, 16,000. Okay. Now, you might not be good enough. You can see he's got lots of personality. He's a people man. Okay? Maybe he's amazing with people. Maybe you're not. Maybe that's the best you'll ever do at DuePoint, 5,300 Rand. 60, 70,000 Rand a year. What does that do for you? You know, we see these things on Facebook where people say, 100,000 Rand after 3 months. We do not need 100,000 Rand a month. We do not need it. What you need is an extra 5, an extra 10. How does life change with just 5,000 Rand more every month coming into your house? It changes dramatically. Maybe you're good for 6. Maybe you're good for 16. Maybe you're good for more. I don't know. But what I'm saying is that with the DuePoint system, we're equipping South Africans to start changing their circumstances. We got this chap, Donnie van Wyk, joined us a year ago. And over the course of the year, he's built his income up systematically to 240,000 Rand a year. What does an extra 20,000 Rand a month do for you? It changes everything. What does an extra 13,000 Rand a month do for you? It changes everything. Systematic persistence over an entire year. Not 12 weeks, 12 months he's worked on this. Then we've got Patrick and Pumi. Patrick and Pumi joined us 5 days after Donnie did last year. Okay? And over the course of 14 months, they've got themselves to a potential earning of 68,000 Rand a month. So when I said to you after 4 years, 60 to 65,000 Rand, I kind of think that my maths was wrong. I should have said after a year, 60 to 65,000. I mean, this is just crazy numbers. Look at that, 82,499 Rand they earned last month. 82,000. Okay. The sky is the absolute limit. It is just completely up to you. Like I said, you can earn nothing out of the DuePoint system if you choose to. That'll be up to you. Or you can change everything about your future with it. These are real people. Patrick's sitting row 2 at the end here. If you want to meet him afterwards. It's here. He's real. I didn't make him up. He's not an actor. We get that sometimes. These are just actors. You took pictures and put numbers on it. No, Patrick really enjoyed spending his 83,000 Rand last month. That wasn't acting. You know, it's up to you in the DuePoint system. Folks, go to our YouTube channel. Take a look at all the different people around the country that are building channels and changing their lives with the DuePoint system. Some slowly, some at a medium pace, some very quickly. They're all there waiting for you to see on our YouTube channel. All right, that's the first way you earn. The second way you earn is through our XP Rewards program. Our XP Rewards program is our training program. What it does is it trains you from beginner to expert wealth engineer with us, and it takes you through a step-by-step process that leads you to success with DuePoint where you apply yourself. As you complete the steps in the training program, we give you what we call XP points. They are experience points. They are not worth anything for our Facebookers who like to go out there and say XP is worth equal rands. No, they don't. The XP is a measure of your experience. And as you accumulate it, you become more experienced. And as you become more experienced, your channel grows. And where you meet the 2 criteria in our XP Rewards program, we start to reward you. In the beginning with a little bit of cash. But as you get a little bit more experienced and your channels get a little bit bigger, we start to get a little bit more serious about the cash rewards. Then we start to equip you with tools that we know will accelerate the growth of your channel. So for instance, at rank 5, we give you an imported Lightning memory stick. It's from the USA, plugs into every single electronic device in South Africa, comes packed with our presentations, downloads, tools, testimonies, everything you need to talk to somebody about DuePoint, anywhere, any time of the day. At rank 7, we give you what we think is the most powerful tool in the toolkit in building channels. It's your own set of business cards. Now, these are not cheapy business cards. These are imported business cards, gold gilded, gold flecked, custom designed for you, and are worth 12,500 Rand. Now, when you give somebody a business card from a set of business cards that's worth 12,500 Rand, they are going to ask you, who is DuePoint and what do you do for them? And so your conversation begins with individuals, and you grow your channel. At rank 9, as long as you maintain your channel size for the rest of your life, every year we take you and your family away for a week on a 5-star business class, all expenses paid holiday. You'll see it's rank 9 though, eh? It's not rank 1. So whenever we say, who's coming with us? Everyone's like, oh, I'm coming, book my room. Yeah, no, none of you are coming. Only Patrick's coming. None of you are coming. Patrick's room and tickets booked. You have to get there first. You have to get there first. What Rob says, the tall guy on the side, he always says, you need to be excited about rank 1. Because that's where you're going to go first, is rank 1. Then you can get excited about rank 2. But at rank 9, when you get there, we take you and your family away every year for the rest of your life. This is where we're going at the end of this year.
to the ocean sun where no one can see. You stand, don't let the dark embrace. Cower the dreams you chase under the rust and blood. Don't let yourself give up.
All right, so you can see why when we say, who's coming? Everybody's like, yes, I'm coming, book my room. Okay, rank 9. Okay, but every one of you in this room has the ability to get there. Every one of you can choose to do it. It's going to take a little bit of work. It's going to take some time, but all of you can get there. There are no prizes at DuePoint. Nothing is won at DuePoint. Everything is earned, and you have the ability, equal to all others in the room, to earn it. It's not the top 5 that are going. It's not the first 5. It's not the people whose names I pull out of a hat. All rank 9s will be coming away with us every year. Every year they'll come away with us. And that decision is up to you here and those of you who are watching live. It's your decision whether you join us or not. We're going in December. There's time left. You can still make it. At rank 11, we give you another useful tool, your own car. It's not given to you for a month or a year. It's not rented to you. It's not branded. It's your car, because your car will build your freedom and your channels with us here at DuePoint. Folks, every month we run Wealth Quests. They run in the month. They are designed to equip you with the tools to accelerate the growth of your channel and to help you create the right foundations for long-term sustainable channels. Every month they're different. Every month the tool that you can be rewarded with for qualifying and completing the criteria is different. This month, our Young Guns Challenge says, find 2 guys or girls under the age of 30, put them on your first point, and get them qualified by the end of the month, which means that each of them must have found 3 people. And if they've got all those debit orders successfully raised by the end of May, you get yourself a smart TV. You know, people ask me all the time, how big is the TV? Okay? I mean, a little one like this. It's a little one like this. No, it's a big smart TV. It's the tool you will use to present the DuePoint opportunity to people with. That's this month's. Next month will be completely different. They're different every single month. So get in and get involved. So people ask me, how do we get the money to do all of this? Where does it all work? How does it work? Well, it's pretty simple. We spend a lot of time in the traditional financial services space where we do and where we did a lot of traditional marketing to you. Adverts on TV, SMSs, billboards, all that. We spend hundreds of millions on it. We reverse engineer that into your monthly payments for your funeral cover, your car cover, your banking fees. 35 to 50% is next month's marketing cost. It's built into your payments. But here at DuePoint, you will see we never run any adverts. None of any kind anywhere, because you connect us to the South African economy. And as a result, all that money I would have spent on SABC, DSTV, etc., is now available to you and your channel. That's basically how we do it. Folks, there are 3 products that we as DuePoint facilitate the purchase of in your channels. You don't have to worry about doing any of the work around this. Awesome freedom for you. The first product is our Access Wealth Plan. Our Access Wealth Plan costs 299 Rand a month, and it opens for you a tax-free investment account. It then takes 100 Rand of your 299 and puts it in the investment account. Now, this investment account has no notice period, no maturing period, no fixed deposit period, all of this nonsense. That money is immediately available to you. Immediately. And so the cost of this product is actually only 199, because the other 100's in the investment account. It's there for you. For that 199, we give you another 110,000 Rands worth of personal accident cover. And as I said, as part of the package deal of being a product owner, you get to be a wealth engineer. You get to be a wealth engineer and all the benefits of that. Our second product is our Wealth Guard product. It's 274 a month, and it gives you 1.1 million Rands worth of personal accident cover. That has no waiting periods. After your very first premium, you're undercover. It's got no maximum age limits. It's got no medical declarations or examinations. Your 97-year-old grandmother can take this product and have it to her last breath. And then our third product is our non-financial, non-insurance product. It's our Wealth Points Buyers Club. What it does is it allows you for 274 Rand a month to access the corporate leverage we have in the South African economy. We go out as a corporate and we negotiate prices, discounts, rates, vouchers, account managers, packages, deals. We do it as a corporate, and you get access to that through the Wealth Points Buyers Club. You can make your own spend more efficient by buying through our suppliers through the Wealth Points Buyers Club. I love this product. It's one of my most exciting ones. I think one of the most immediate benefit. Then, as I said, you're a wealth engineer as a product owner, and as a wealth engineer, you get the support of the entire executive and management team here. We're available to you all the time. You can book us Monday to Saturday, and we'll meet with you, train you, motivate you in your channels, strategize with you in your channels. We do that and are available at no additional cost to you. You get to have all of our facilities here. You can use them Monday to Saturday to build your teams. Presentation rooms, boardrooms, breakaway rooms, free Wi-Fi, tea and coffee, everything you need at no cost, anytime during business hours. You can be using them. Folks, you get all of our state-of-the-art technology, and you get a nationwide footprint. You can put people into your channel anywhere in the country. Why? Because everything we have is online. We live stream every single presentation every day across the country live. You can have someone down the Western Cape. Put them in their lounge with a TV connected to the internet, and wham, presto, we're in their lounge with them live for you. You can build it anywhere in the country if you want. We've got channels all over the country. In fact, there are 4 ways you can introduce people to DuePoint. Because remember, you don't need to talk about any of our products. You've got one task: introduce people to DuePoint. The first, get one of our USB sticks. It's got all of our presentations on that you're going to need, fast starter guides, etc., etc. Plug it into your TV or PC, and anytime, anywhere. I'm standing there on your TV screen. I'm standing there, presenting for you. The second way is, of course, to put people in the room here. You've got this opportunity, but if you're live streaming and you're out of the province, you can't do that, but you guys can while you're here. The third is to use our YouTube channel. Just search for DuePoint channel, and you've got all of our videos, hundreds of presentations, training videos, motivational videos, everything you need, all on our channel, 24/7. You can be showing people DuePoint. And then the last way, of course, is to tune in live when we go live. Tune in live anywhere in the country, and you can be showing people. You don't even have to present at DuePoint. No presenting, no selling. One task: connect people to DuePoint. That's all you got to do with us here. So, folks, it's decision time. It's not really a decision about DuePoint or not. It's a decision about what you're going to do with the rest of your life. That's all. And you might choose today that you want to carry on doing what you've been doing up until this point in time, which is really getting all of us nowhere. It really is. Otherwise, you wouldn't be sitting here today. You'd be driving your Lamborghini in the French Riviera, wouldn't you? Yeah. All of us would like to do that, but sometimes we've got to make some very difficult decisions to change it. Now, this is not a particularly difficult decision, but it kind of feels like it's out of the ordinary. That's what the problem is for most people. But what I want you to have comfort with this afternoon is that you are dealing with the genuine, real deal here. Have a look around. Look at the offices. Look at the people. Look at the licenses. This is an opportunity at no financial loss to you to take a product, to take a tool, and to start changing the way your future looks. That's what it is. If you do wish to become a wealth engineer today, it's very simple. Sign up, use your tablets, iPhones, or our iPads. Go to our website, click apply. 5 minutes from now, you'll be given a W number. That W number is the birth of your channel. You then decide how magnificent that channel is going to be. It's up to you then from that point. It have cost you nothing to have done that application form. Then, I want you to sit with your lead wealth engineer. Tell them what your goal is. Tell them what the plan is. Because if you don't have a goal and a plan, you're going to be earning nothing in 5 years' time. Nothing. But I want you to be earning. So have a plan and a goal. Guys, we have a bunch of tools that you can use. We have experience in this, and we know that these work in helping you accelerate the growth of your channel. You need them. Rob always says to me, don't even come and talk to me before you've got a USB stick and a business card. I can't help you until you've got the tools. Guys, go and get the tools from reception. If you're watching live, order them via the client service team. Like I said to you, you can get the 2 most powerful tools right now from our reception. You can get power banks for your phones and tablets. I see these Fong Kong versions all the time that give you only like 10% power and all of that nonsense. Get a proper one with DuePoint on it so that when people say, hey, who's DuePoint? You've got a conversation starter in building your channel. Go out, get the tools. We've got everything for you at reception before you leave today. Guys, if you become a wealth engineer, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Then you'll know the moment we go live. You'll know. It'll ping your phone. You'll know the moment we upload videos. This is a powerful tool. Subscribe, get connected. And then, folks, download our free app. Our app connects you into your channel in real time, 365. You know exactly what's going on in your channel, training, personal documents and information. Everything you need is in that app. It's free. Download it. Use our Wi-Fi. Have it on your phones and tablets before the end of today. Guys, we're very serious about what we're doing here. We are very serious. We have committed large amounts of capital, and we have brought in a lot of expertise. Because we are going to be part of the solution. We're going to be part of the solution, and we want you to be part of it with us. We want people to start getting control of their earnings in South Africa. That's what we want. So guys, if you've got any questions, please come and ask your lead wealth engineer or me or my staff. But don't leave with unanswered questions. There are answers to all your questions today. Come and get them done. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. I will see you outside, and thanks for watching us live, guys.